Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. In the last episode, we rescued Seiki, and we've already got Dunley. This is Seiki's craft, and our next target is Jesta's. Got him as a target. The next intersection is there, and that's where it will be, which is a long way away. So all we got to do is slow our craft down a little bit. What we want to do is set up a maneuver node, which just speeds us up a bit. Maybe not quite that much. There we go. And then that will make our next intersection. We can start this burn anytime. We'll start it now. So this intersection is coming down. They're pretty close though, so there we go. Now we'll just speed up time, and we'll see how close they are now. Look, see that intersection there is going to be separation of 34 kilometers. Not sure why we haven't got two intersections here. See, 30, 29, 27, 26, 15. 6.7. 1.5 kilometers. That'll do, because he'll be catching us up. And I'm just going to warp to there. Here he comes. Here comes his craft. Catches us up because we are in the higher orbit. And now we're going to be really close together. Pretty much the same orbit. And there we go. So we should now, I think, if we come out of here, there's Jesta's craft. And we're so close to it. So we'll just push that. No, wrong way. You pull it when you're going towards it. To be honest, at 30 kilometers, 1.6 kilometers away, we probably want to push our retrograde node towards it, so we're decreasing the distance between us. That's it, so we're now heading on a collision course at 25 meters per second. So we'll just burn directly over it to reduce that down to a much more manageable speed. There we are, 9.1. When we get a little closer, we'll reduce that even further. 500 meters away. It's not very far. 9 meters per second. Obviously, we want to reduce that down to 0 when this is nearly 0 as well. Just going to push it away back onto us again, slowly reducing our speed at the same time, so making sure we're making a good reduction in speed as we get closer. 250 meters away, 6.5 meters per second. So much fuel, took too much fuel. Don't know what we're gonna do with all this fuel. Can we do a crew report while we're here? Because we have got a reduce that to next to nothing now. We have got a contract to do science while in space around Kerbal. So we've now got a crew report while in space. That hopefully should cover it. Just want to reduce this now pretty much to 0. We're so close now. There we go. That's close enough for me. Here's Jesta. Out he comes. Let's get your RCS on. Let's try to remember how to fly in space again. Can we do an EVA report while we're here so we got some more data? As I say, they're better people are much better at this than I am. Should be bumping into that cockpit. Forget who's in where, you see. Board. No. Grab. Board. And there we go. Let's have a quick look at our contracts now. So we got Jesta's rescue. So we've rescued Jesta, who's now part of the space program. We got some money and some prestige. We rescued Siki, is now part of the space program, and got some money in reward for that as well. So how much gas have we got left in here? We haven't even used those up. We've still got a whole tank of gas there. Just gonna move away from that a little bit. We're gonna bump into that if we weren't careful. Oh, I wish I brought some science stuff instead of all this extra fuel. I just don't know what to do with all this fuel. Might be able to land because we can practically stop wherever we want. So these crafts are now just floated in space. Where should we try and land? Haven't got any science gear on us. So let's see if we can even locate Kerbal. Is it down there? See that bit there? Could be in the dark here. I can't even see. It's just about there. So why don't we warp to about here? There we go. Loads of electrical charge. No monopropellant because we didn't need it. Plenty of heat shield. Loads and loads of fuel. I've never done a mission that I've had so much leftover fuel. We could go to the moon and back with this. We really could. We could get to the moon and back we could probably land on them and with this lot. That's with the retrograde. I want to be orbit. There we go. That makes sense. Right, and let's start our re-entry process. Just firing the rockets on the retrograde, bringing in our apoapsis and periapsis. It's now, we're making re-entry now. I think that's about as far as we want it to go. Yeah, that clears it up. I think we're trying to land about here, so we will let that one just fly in. Speed up time a little bit. Going to come in the dark, so I know you guys aren't going to see anything, but you've seen a re-entry before. Where are we? 6. Yeah, we're in the atmosphere now, so just going to start to calm down. As the atmosphere has effects, that will make our finishing point a bit less, so probably back here somewhere, which is about where we want to land. Speed up time if we can a little bit. Just keep an eye on the electrical charge. It's going to start coming as soon as the re-entry effects really start to take effect. Here they go. And when they do, we'll fire off the engine so nothing gets too hot. Let's try and slow our service speed down really, really fast. Oh, goodness me. That nearly ended in a disaster. Retrograde. Deploy that chute. Deploy that chute. And that one. And that one. And that one. And now let's slow it down even more with the engines. There we go. Oh, at least they're empty now. But I think we should be able to land that without using up Wow, we did actually use quite a lot for re-entry and stuff. We could have dumped those, made things a bit easier, but we might as well try and save and bring them back. Let's see where we are. I could have fired it off a bit sooner. We're a bit further out than I was hoping to be. And there we go. Got ourselves a nice landed craft. It's like a speedboat, isn't it? I think that's about it, really. I can't think of any more science that we need to do. And let's recover that craft and see what we get for it. So we got 1.7 science for a crew report and an EVA and a recovery of a vessel. Mostly all from the recovery of a vessel that did an orbit. Parts, we got 11,500 back. So we'll go find out how much that ship cost us. But we got 11,500 back for that. That is pretty good, I think. We'll wait and see though. And crew, I've got 2 XP for a bunch of these. So they've advanced to level 1, all of them. We'll have a look at those and find out what they are. So a quick look how much it cost us. We'll load. 3-man rescue cost us 31,000. We got 11,000 back, so we got a third of it back. But we did earn money from the contract as well. 18,000 for science data around Kerbin. 58,000 for Dudley, 55,000 for Siki, and 66,000 for Jesta. So that's pretty good. We got 754,000. I think we're going to upgrade our R&D facilities so that we can take surface samples. I'm going to do that now before I change my mind. I've still got 300,000 to build rockets with, so that's more than enough for that. And what was the other thing we're going to do? We're going to go and have a look at the astronauts, or the kerbanalts. That's entirely the wrong building to go into to have a look at your kerbanalts. You want to look at your kerbanalt complex. Here we go. So Jesta was a scientist, Siki is a scientist, and Dunley is a scientist. So I think that's good news, because I think scientists are actually very, very useful. So Bob is now our least effective scientist. Yeah, these guys have done 2 flights as well. You can boost the data, so from the science. So you get part science return and vessel science returns 105%. So that's, you get more back from that, which is useful. Bob just gets 100%. So pilots are useful to start with. I think scientists become more useful after that. I'm not sure when engineers ever become useful. Sorry, Bill. Maybe they do. Let me know in the comments if you think engineers become useful. Plant a flag on the moon. Temperature scans of the moon. Visual surveys of the moon. Now the problem with the temperature scans and the visual surveys is I think they have particular locations that they need to be done on. Orbit the moon. I think that's going to be the one. I would like to go to the moon and stay there. It's a nice place to orbit. It isn't personal, it's science. So put your vessel into a stable orbit around the moon. I think that's going to be our next one. 2 tourists, suborbital flight on Kerbin, orbital and suborbital. That one doesn't look too difficult to do. We haven't even been to Minimus yet, let alone need to put a satellite in orbit around Minimus. So I think pretty much we are going to go and orbit the moon. Maybe an unmanned flight again, not sure yet. but we'll see what we want to do there. Still got an active contract for collect science around the moon, so that both of those would happen at the same time, so that's good news. So yeah, we've got 169 science, and these still to get, so maybe we can get folding out solar panels, docking port. Now that would be interesting. Lander cans, better legs, more aerodynamics for space planes, other stuff, different engines. So let me know what you think about those as well, what you think I should do. So thank you very much for watching, and see us in the next episode, where I think we're going to do an orbit of the moon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please consider giving me a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to hear about when I do some more videos. In the meantime, if you want to click on one of the other videos that I've done on a different game, then these are my latest ones. Please go ahead. Or if you click on the next video in this series, that'll take you directly to the next video in this series if I've done it and uploaded it. Thanks for watching.